Yo, this is where we at, man. Unique Mecca Audio, we here. We gonna talk about this crazy case out the Bronx, because I know everybody got their opinion on it. So I want everybody to come in. Now, so you understand, the prosecutors allege that 20-year-old Chase Lackhart, right, that he fired from the backseat of a vehicle outside the Bronx Criminal Courthouse, while his mother from Mount Vernon, who's a deputy police commissioner, her name is Jennifer Lackhart, and his father, James Lackhart, allegedly helped drive and organize the attack on their son's ops. This is what they're alleging, man. I'm going to show you both sides of this so you understand that's what we do here. No one was struck, right? Chase pled not guilty and was ordered held without bail. You know, his mother, Jennifer, she got like 75 grand. She ain't paid yet. Pop's, on the move. They call it on the run. You know what I mean? But that's where we at. But let me show you what's going on with this case real quick, right?
We are expecting to learn more information today after a Mount Vernon public safety official was arrested. She's accused of being a getaway driver for her son, who was accused of shooting at a rival gang member in the Bronx. Eyewitness News reporter will take live in the lower section.
Yes, good morning. And Chase Lackhart is sent to go before a judge in just a short time, less than 24 hours since his own mother was arraigned inside the Bronx courthouse. And as his prosecutors say that she allegedly instructed her son on how to settle a score with a rival gang, but also acted as the getaway driver for her son back on June 29th. And that was when he was scheduled to be here at this courthouse. We can get straight to some video right now. We were there at the arraignment last night as Jennifer Lackhart. She served as the deputy commissioner in the Mount Vernon Police Department till her termination. She had her hands behind her back last night's arraignment as she faced charges of attempted murder, conspiracy, and weapons charges. Now, prosecutors said the shooting was caught on surveillance and that there were text messages where he told his mom to wait for him outside the building. Meantime, her terms highlighting Lackhart's decades of service.
Mrs. Lackhart has for 20 years dedicated her professional life to the health and healing of impact.
Also arraigned in the case, Chase's girlfriend, Brianna Harris, right now, it's still unclear her exact alleged role, but she was released on her own recognizance. Now, court documents also revealed Jennifer Lackhart's ex-husband, who was out of town, was also in the vehicle. Nowhere yet if he's implicated in the case. Now, as Chase Lackhart goes before a judge, that judge will see that he has had a criminal history, which does include a shooting that dates back to 2024. Video surveillance captured him pointing a gun at an NYPD officer, and the year before, he had been shot on a bus running Melrose section of the Bronx this morning. I'm filming Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Hey, yeah, we're going to pick this up, right? We're going to pick this up some more so that y'all could understand what's going on. But before we do that, we're going to take a ride. This is what we call a ride over Unique Mecca Audio. Let's start the party, right? I'm going to take you deep within the psychological effects of what is going on and how they feel when they're going through these type of issues, because I've been there, I've done that, been locked up 26 years, ran the street, did stick up, got shot up. Every goddamn thing happened to me. So I can tell you what the psychological effects that I went through, because they're walking in my footsteps. Now, we're going to talk about the first 90 seconds, right? When love becomes a getaway car. Moms love son so much that she allegedly drove the getaway car is what they're pushing, right? But I'm going to show you both sides. How I would fight this if I was a defense lawyer, being that I'm dealing with my criminal mentality, that I know how to move and switch things around and manipulate the situation the way it need to go to make my movie be better than the opponent's movie, in this case, the prosecutor. Now, I'm your OG Professor Unique Mecca Audio. I want to thank you for coming to class, and let me give you a round of applause. All right, relax. All right. Thank you. All right, relax, right? Now, sit all the way down for this one right here, right? I want you to really understand that because this story ain't just about a young man accused of opening fire outside the courthouse. Nah, this story is about something darker. It's about a mother, a father, and a son, all allegedly sitting inside the same automobile. Picture the whole family in the automobile. They're taking the son to court, but at the same time, they allegedly got a loaded gat in the car and they ready to bust off. Son goes in the courtroom, right? So now, while he's in the courtroom, he deal with the situation. Mom goes outside, get the car. You know, whether mom was in the courtroom or not, we don't know. We just sitting here, kind of we going on what they say off the news, right? But I'm gonna give you my spiel how this works. Now, all allegedly sitting inside the same automobile, but possibly riding towards three completely different versions of the truth. Each one of them have three different destinations, or they may have one, as the prosecutor said. That's what you have to put in the comments. But possibly riding towards, like I said, three completely different versions of the truth. According to the prosecutors, the son allegedly fired multiple shots from the back seat while mom was driving. This is what they say, and Pop's in the side, riding shotgun on the passenger seat. The mother and father allegedly drove him around the Bronx courthouse several times. They say that moms and pops circled the block. And the government believes this was not confusion. Moms wasn't confused. She knew where she was going, because, you know, moms might sit there and say, hold on, it was a roadblock, so I had to go around and direct the traffic. I missed the light. It was crossing walk, people walking across the crosswalk. Anything could have been going on. And I went around the block and I missed it. I was talking and I lost track of where I was at, and I went around the block several times. All right, so what? How does that prove that she cased the joint? But the way the prosecutor's saying it, that she went around the block because they were looking for the ops. They was trailing the ops, allegedly. This is where they're going with it, right? And the government believes that this was no confusion, that it wasn't panic, it wasn't coincidence. They're calling it a planned attack by the family. But class, sit back, because like I said, I'm your OG professor. We riding out on this for Wednesday night, right? We were not inside the automobile when that family was in that automobile. None of us was in that automobile. We did not hear every conversation that they had. We don't know whether both parents understood what was allegedly about to happen. Do you feel that both parents knew that youngin was getting ready to bust his joint? They told me don't use my gunshots, but do you think that he was going to bust it? Let's wake up. You already know, because I don't like the rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public trolls. So if you don't like the content, please exit the studio. Find something you like, you know? But right now, we just ride, right? Now, turn the music down. Y'all think the music too loud? Put in the comments if you think the music too loud, but I feel like riding with the music, right? Now, we didn't hear every conversation that was going on. We don't know whether both parents understood what was allegedly about to happen. We don't know whether somebody was trying to protect their child or not, or whether prosecutors are correct and the entire family allegedly helped organize this hit on the ops for the son. Which version do you believe? Put it in the comments. That truth has not been decided yet. That's why I court of law and they say that he's innocent and proven guilty. But I want you to understand something. Sometimes the most dangerous automobile ain't the police car coming to arrest you. It's the family car taking you towards a decision that could destroy everybody inside that automobile. Because once those shots allegedly came out, the son wasn't the only person whose life changed. The mother lost her position as the deputy police, something. The Father became a wanted man on the run, wondering should he turn himself in. I made through a video on what's on the father's mind as he's on the run, knowing that if he turned himself in, he could be in jail with his son and his wife. That's how serious this is. That's why I say don't go on the street. It's safer to stay on the sidewalk. The sidewalk moves at your pace. Once you set foot in that street, it's a wrap. You're no longer in control. It's like you're on an escalator that just keeps going and going and going, and you have no destination. Like I said, the father became a wanted man, right? And the son walked into court facing the possibility that people who gave him life, his mother and his father, may now be standing beside him in the same criminal case. Murder. That ain't protection. That's family funeral without anybody being buried. That's called buried alive. When they give you 25 years, they bury you alive. You physically couldn't breathe, but you're buried alive. And when I say funeral, I mean the death of careers, the death of freedom, the death of truth, and possibly the death of a whole family's future down the drain from the love that parents had allegedly for their child that led them to this situation. But let me give you the jewel in that, Ron. I got to give y'all the jewel in that. When love helps you escape accountability, it stops being love and starts becoming an accomplice. They have moms down as accomplice. This beautiful woman that did so much for Mount Vernon. We can't forget that in course or out. And I see people making YouTube video, mom stupid, this one dumb. How could they do that? They just rolling with the allegations, and she haven't had her day in court. Right? But what prosecutors are alleging? Let's talk about what the prosecutors are alleging, right? We got to keep it fair. We're going to deal with both sides. We're going to keep it 100, right? Now, what prosecutors are alleging? Let's separate the facts from the accusations, because we do not convict people from a YouTube video or from allegations. We examine the lesson here at Unique Mecca Audio, and I'm giving you the lesson in this story, so pay attention. Make sure you hit the like button, the hype button, the emoji, all that. You got to put a comment in for it to go out, just so y'all know where this crap at. They gave me this crap, and now they say this crap don't mean nothing. 100,000 crap don't mean nothing no more. You know what I mean? They say don't mean nothing. Y'all got to comment. Y'all got an emoji. Y'all got to do engagement now in order to push this out so the youth can see it. Prosecutors allege 20-year-old Chase Lackard was the shooter. They say the target was connected to a rival group and Arms was the driver. They say multiple shots were fired outside Bronx Criminal Court on June 29, 2026, just a month ago. Nobody was struck. Nobody was reported injured. But understand this, attempt murder does not require somebody to die. It just means for you to recklessly discharge a firearm in the direction that could take someone's life. It does not even require the bullet to connect the flesh. The allegation is about intent. Did he intend to take a life? And that's what must be proven. And give these people, this family, their day in court. Prosecutors also claim surveillance video captured the automobile circling the courthouse at least 4 times. They allege his mother, Jennifer Lackard, and his father, James Lackard, drove him around the area and helped orchestrate the attack, looking for the ops, stalking the ops. Those are prosecutors' allegations, not a conviction. Chase entered the plea of not guilty when he walked in that courtroom. His mother also faced serious charges and the father was reportedly still being sought. When the story broke, now let me look dead into the camera so you can see me, right? So we're gonna keep the language correct. Allegedly, accused, prosecutors claim, because respecting the process does not weaken the message. It strengthens it. Respect the process that they're innocent until proven guilty. We understand we heard one side of the story. But let me take you on a ride. Now they say mom circled the block, mom was waiting outside, then they spoke on some text messages and all that was out there. I say that's a bunch of crap from a criminal mind stand. Moms knew that the son had obstacles. He was active in a gang. He done got wet up by the police in the Bronx and some other joint, and then he turned around and then he got caught with a joint and with another shootout and all this other crap going on. Moms know son was active, but she loved her son. That's how mothers, I don't care what color, protect their sons. It's just they put our color on the news. But any mother would protect her son. You see what's going on down there with Nolan Wells? They're protecting their sons. Same as this, but it's going to come out same as this. It's just this was reckless because who the hell shoots in front of a courthouse when you know they got the brightest and clearest cameras? But one thing for sure, two things for certain, from what I'm hearing them say on the news from my criminal mindset standpoint, point of view, is this. I think moms could beat this case. If I was the attorney, send this to moms, right? You know, I'm just speaking both sides, so I'm not catering or, you know, I'm just giving you both sides so that youth understand the lesson, because I'm just a professor and I'm showing you both sides, how you can beat a criminal case and how you can be convicted of a criminal case. That's it. That's all, not to promote nothing else. But bottom line, they said they watched them get in the car from their projects in the Bronx. Now they watch them get in the car, and they had to put that out there because that's the link to the mother and the father to the car. As the car circled the block, I'm sure they did not have a camera low enough to capture the face of the drivers. So only person could identify the driver is the people that was in the car. So right now, if Chase stood on man time on the street, bottom line, my moms and him had nothing to do with it. Give me whatever you're going to give me. Let my moms and pops go. And do your bit in peace with the family, because it's your situation, your crime, your problems, your drama. You deal with it. You're the one that dragged moms and pops in it because they loved you so much. They went wherever you tugged on the leash. When you were supposed to be led, you led them on an alleged drive-by. You can't tell me this content ain't fire. Y'all better hit the like button, man. Come on. Keep it going. 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 Back to what? Back to audio. 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 I like the way it's going now. All right, so that's where we at. I just wanted to shake it up a little bit because we partying on this Wednesday night, right? Now, so that's where it's at. They link moms to the whip, right? Them getting into the crib, but they can't see who was in the whip. So the only person can say who was in the whip is the people that was in the whip. That's mom, pops, and young man, Chase. So all Chase got to do is stand up and say, yo, that was me. Moms and pop didn't even know I was going to bust off. They didn't even know I brought the joint with me. I hid it in my joint when they came in. You know, moms and pops ain't going to search me. So I brought it. The last thing they expected me to do was that. I know it was reckless, but I was standing on gang time. And this is for you young people to understand. Gang time means being reckless sometimes. Because I know a lot of brothers, like, yo, big shout out to Hocus 4/5, right? I've been watching a lot of his content. Yo, Hocus, you're doing your thing. You know what I mean? I see people giving the flag about to put the flag down. I didn't weigh in on it, but you know what I mean? When you're talking to the youth, everyone is not going to have the same method of reasoning, right? But now, let me give you the jewel on this. But like I said, anyway, so moms could just easily have youngins say, man, mom didn't know I was busting off. because she gotta have knowledge. But what they're trying to use is, and I know all you rat bastards and flip-flop in public clothes, y'all want to sit there and jump out there and say, but hold up, but hold up, Mom's knew, because the news said that Moms knew. But how do you know that Moms knew the intent of the son, or that the son had the gun and the whip? That have to be proven in a court of law. Mom's reputation is stellar because she was a deputy chief. They jumped the gun, they fired it just from the serious allegations, rightfully so. But this is the way it works. So now she beat the case, she can go back and say for wrongful termination and to get it back because now they stopping her money and the money for moving forward because all of a sudden she can't get no money to even pay a lawyer fee because they done hit her up with this madness. When all she was doing was supporting her son in court is all she have to say. Right now, Riley, take a ride. And I'm going to ask you all a question. Riley, take a ride. I want to ask you all this question as we take this ride, right? Now, as far as Moms saying she didn't know, and y'all say Mom's lying, she knew because it sounds this, sounds that, the way the prosecutors put it out there, that's the way it is, and all that. You know what I mean? But the prosecutor, if Mom would have arrested someone else's son for the exact same thing, whatever, before this happened, whatever Mom's put in that report, they would say she was a decorated officer, and she wouldn't lie. So why would she lie now? And of course, you're going to say, because her son is involved. And then the judge is going to say, what would you expect her to do? Because the judge would do the same to save his son. If y'all seen the movie, the TV series on, I think, Showtime, called Your Honor, go watch Your Honor. It's about the same thing. It's about a judge whose son was autistic. He drove a car. He hit somebody in a Volvo and he went and stashed the car in the garage and all this old crazy stuff. And, you know, then they blamed it on a young black Haitian kid, figured that nobody's going to be able to support him. So they went to the gangbangers from the Haitians and told the gangbangers from the Haitians, yo, give me somebody that I can turn in and take the rap for this case because I don't want the judge's son to go down. So I need somebody that gave him a dude that had a family. And now he's in jail and he winds up in a cell with the young man that is accused of killing older brother. They transferred him back from the penitentiary, and this was a cop, strong European, and he bodied him with his hands. That's how real this is, man. If y'all don't want to share this content, y'all selfish. If y'all don't want to share this, y'all selfish. Hey, y'all, I'm going to tell you, y'all always ask me what's a good book to read and all that, right? Get my man right here, my man Lee, you know, Money Men, right? Money Men, fire. I done read that. I'm going to give you one more before I get back into the show. I'm riding. And this right here is prison, right? Prison, but we're afraid to ask, right? Everything you wanted to know about prison, but was afraid to ask. This is from a European brother named Michael Wood. Good brother, Michael Wood. Look him up on YouTube. I highly recommend this, right? I read that, you know what I mean? And he in jail, so I don't get paid nothing to do it. So I'm just telling you, I lay in my bed and I read that, and it take me back to the crazy penitentiary days. So you want to go back to the penitentiary days, go get Michael Wood joint right there. Let me show it to you again, man. All right? And don't forget my man. You know what I mean? What do he call himself, man? Oh, Fabby. You know what I mean? Money Men, Fabby. Those are books that I'm reading and you already know, because you already know to cop the book of Rowan Harlem at rowanharlem.com. Let's keep it moving. Enough for the promo. Let's keep this thing going. Now I'm going to hit you with the jewel, right? When you see the bell and you rewind the video, you look for the bell and you know where the bell is at, is where there's a question at for you to answer. That's called the jewel. You can discuss serious allegations without pretending you were present when they happened. Figure that out. Now, two sides may exist inside that one car. two sides may exist within that one car. Here's where the story gets complicated, because prosecutors may be completely right. It is possible that everybody in the vehicle understood the alleged plan. It is possible that the circling was surveillance, stalking their prey, their ops. It is possible that the parents knowingly assisted their son. And if evidence proves that, then everybody must answer for their own individual decision. But there may be also another side. You know, we got to give you both sides over here, Unique Mecca Audio, man. All right. A parent could have been told a different story. Yeah, come with me to court, mommy, I need that support. And the parent goes to court. And the parent could have believed they were simply providing transportation. Chase could have simply told his parents, nah, circle the block, I see my man Bobby, he coming from court too, we could pick him up. Ah, man, you passed him, you got to go back around. And he go back around, I don't see him. No, mom, he right there. So you go back around and now you see me say, yeah, he right there. And all of a sudden he miss him and he don't get in the car. That could have been a simple circle in the block. Not looking for the ops to body him. You know what I mean? Like I said, a parent could have easily been told a different story. A parent could have believed they were simply providing transportation, just like a parent could have realized what was happening too late. A parent could have been frightened of their own child. What if they knew he had that whip? What if they knew he had that gat in the car? And they were scared to do something because they were scared he might do something to them. I'm just giving you scenarios, right? Now, a parent could have been frightened of their own child. A parent could have panicked after hearing gunfire. Those possibilities do not prove innocence, but they remind us about why evidence matters. That's why I said, hear the evidence out, see how this played out before you make a decision, because you don't know what it is. Give them a chance to put a defense together, because everyone has a right to innocence until proven guilty. The government will have to show what each person knew, when they knew it, what they said, and what they did, and whether their actions demonstrated knowledge and participation. Because sitting inside the same vehicle does not automatically mean everybody had the same intention. But repeated actions, messages, surveillance footage, seat changes in the car, clothing changes, or efforts to avoid detection. Because right there, right, all that can be part of a government argument. That's where Courtroom starts pulling apart every movement, every text, every turn, every silence, every lie, and every explanation that you may have. And I've been giving you a lot of explanations. So I want you to understand that just because someone is sitting inside the vehicle does not automatically mean everybody had the same intention. And that's what the government have to prove. So the young man is in a position to free his family and take to wait for his alleged actions. But we got to give you all the jewels. I keep this moving. Yo, how many we got in the back? Let's keep it moving. How many we got in the back? Yo, I need y'all to hit the like, put the comments, respond. Let's keep this moving. All right, can we ride? Slam dunk. All right. Now, the courtroom does not ask you were. Listen, man. I got to make sure I say this right so y'all understand. The courtroom does not ask where you were. It asks what you knew, what you did, and why you did what you did. That's all the court cares about. But being that we're dealing with a mother, let's step into the mother round. Now we're going to go We're going to deal with it from the mother's side. We deal with the prosecutor's side. Now we're going to deal with it from the mother's side, right? We ride. Now, protecting your child or destroying yourself. What do you call it? And what would you do if your son was in that situation and you found yourself in that situation? Would you be protecting your child to destroy yourself? Now, let me speak to the mothers, right? I got to speak to the mothers. I know I got a few women watching, so I had to put something together for the women, right? Because mothers would do things for their children that they would never do for anyone else. No man, no lover, no partner, no boss, no amount of money, nothing. But what she may do for her child that came from her womb. A mother could see her son standing in a storm and run directly into it without checking whether the storm has bullets in it. That love is powerful, but uncontrolled love can become dangerous. There's distance between protecting your child and protecting your child from accountability. There's a difference between getting your child a lawyer and allegedly helping your child escape. There's a difference between believing in your child and refusing to acknowledge what your child may have become. Look, a mother may say, that's still my baby. But the criminal justice system does not see your baby. It sees a defendant. It sees a conduct. It sees evidence. And if prosecutors can prove that you knowingly participated, your motherly intentions would not erase criminal liability. Jennifer Lackard, she held a high-ranking civilian position, straight civilian, inside the Mount Vernon Police Department. After her arrest, the city terminated her employment. Think about that. Years of work, six-figure positions, a professional reputation, gone before the case even reached a final verdict. That's another punishment people don't think about. How do they pay their rent without those figures right now? The legal case is one battle. The public humiliation is another. The lost income is another. The family shame is another. And waking up at 3 a.m. asking yourself, what the heck did I do? That is another prison with no bars. Figure that out. Y'all enjoying the ride or what? Put in the comments y'all enjoying the ride, man. Where my comments at? Put in the comments, let me know y'all enjoying the ride. You know what I mean? Y'all enjoying the ride or what? You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. All right, now, we're going to hear. A parent can love a child so blindly that they end up losing the freedom they were trying to save, which is their own. Now, we ride. Remember, we ride. Now, the father's side, right? Let's look at it from the daddy's side. Right? We're going to look at it from the daddy's side. Now, where we at? When your past walks back into the room is what we're going to call this. Now, let's deal with the father. Reporting identifies James Lackard as someone who previously served time in federal prison. So Pops did time in federal prison. And as of the initial reporting, authorities were still looking for him. Now, he done did bedtime and they looking for him some crazy stuff that he feel he ain't got nothing to do with. Right? Again, that does not establish his guilt, but it raises a hard question. What happens when a man who has already experienced prison finds himself accused of helping his son travel toward the same destruction? Now listen to me and listen to me well. My name is Unique Mecca Audio. I served 26 years inside federal prison. I know what it means to hear those doors close. I know what it means to miss decades. I know what it means to watch your family grow older through photographs and telephone calls. I know what it means not to know your own siblings, your nieces and nephews that's born that your brothers and sisters have moved on without you. They may take a phone call here and there, but they're not sending you pictures of the child or even telling you that the wife was pregnant because right now you locked up. You're doing like they're not thinking about you at all. And that's what I'm trying to prevent you from going down. Let me change scenes. Let me change scenes. I feel like change the scene. We ride. Now, so you understand. I know all of that. So when somebody has lived it, is accused of helping another person move closer to that prison, that hits different. You can imagine how the father feel. If you want me to do a video on how the father feel right now, everything that he's going through right now on the run, everything, and all because of his son's actions and him trying to support his son. Like I said, that hits different. Maybe the allegation is wrong. Maybe the evidence would tell a different story. But if the accusation is proven, then that would mean the lesson of prison never reached the decision-making process. The court. Now, the body came home, right? But the thinking never escaped. Even though Pops came home, he's still thinking that prison mentality, man, I ain't trying to go back to that madhouse. You know what I mean? The thinking never escaped. And that's something the streets never tell you. Doing time does not automatically transform you. Some men leave prison with wisdom. Other men leave prison with nothing but older bodies and the same dangerous thinking. Growth requires accountability. Growth requires discipline. Growth requires telling your child, no, I'm not driving a getaway car, allegedly. Even when the child hates you for saying that. Now, because, you know, we're dealing with Jews, we're trying to keep it moving. I don't want to be on here too long. Got to get up out of here. So y'all need to keep it moving. Matter of fact, let me put the number on the screen. Put the number on the screen so that if y'all want to call, y'all can call in and interrupt this fiasco. Surviving prison means nothing if you return home and help the next generation walk towards the same cell. And that's the jewel for Pops. Surviving prison means nothing if you return home and help the next generation walk towards the same cell you just left. Now, let's look at it from the son's side. We got to ride on with it from the son's side. 20 years old, and he's sitting in jail hell without bail. Chase Lackhart is 20 years old. Yes, 20. Old enough to face adult consequences, but young enough to sit, to still believe decisions disappear when the moment ends. Prosecutors identified him as the alleged shooter. He pled not guilty. The judge ordered him held without bail. Now think about the emotional switch that went on in this young man's head. 1 minute you're outside, you can walk, you can eat what you want, you can use the phone, you can hear your mother's voice without a recording interrupting a call saying this call is from a such and such prison. Then the courtroom door closes. The judge speaks and officers lead you away. No bail, no ride home, no bed, no privacy, no control. Now you're sitting inside a cell, trying to calculate whether the people accused beside you will remain loyal. Now he's thinking, would mommy and daddy break under pressure and tell on me? Will somebody cooperate? Will somebody blame somebody else? Will evidence match the accusation? Will your mother be able to make bail? Will your father be captured? Will your family remain together? Or will every attorney advise every defendant to protect themselves? Is everybody out for themselves? That's what we need to know right now. That is when the family automobile becomes 4 separate rooms. Different lawyers, different strategies, different fears, and possibly different versions of the same afternoon. The streets sell unity, but indictments create separation. Separation when you see all these people telling on their co-defendants, as you see them report on all the channels. I don't even want to get into all that. Because right now, everybody made the tell out there. You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving, right? The jewel in that is people commit alleged crimes together, but they face the night, the lawyer, and the sentence alone. They got to face all that alone. The night, the lawyer, and that sentence. Now I'm going to take you into what I call a good ride. This is called the dark psychological cell, right? Here's the part the news report cannot fully explain. The mental pressure. Like I said, I served 26 years in federal prison, so I know what that mental pressure feels like. Imagine being the son. Your mother's name is now attached to your case. She loses her position. Your father is being searched for. Every news station is showing your family, and inside your mind, one question keeps repeating itself. Did my decision destroy my family? Or imagine being the mother, sitting in a holding cell, still wearing the memory of the title she had yesterday. Deputy commissioner, professional, community figure, mother, then suddenly defendant. You begin replaying every turn around the courtroom, man. Every corner she lost, she started replaying that round. Now, every conversation, every warning sign, every moment, you could have made a different decision. That is what jail does. It turns minutes into evidence. It turns memories into interrogation rooms. It turns love into doubt. And it turns silence into something loud enough to keep you awake all night. Now, check this out, bro. Now imagine a father, possibly separated, possibly watching the news, possibly wondering when law enforcement will arrive again. We don't know his thoughts, but I know what living under the possibility of arrest does to a person's nervous system, because I've been there and done that. And it ain't nothing nice. That's why I'm trying to prevent y'all from going down that road. Every knock sounds different. Every vehicle slowing down gets your attention. Every phone call feels dangerous. You're not free. You're only temporarily outside the cell. It's just a matter of time before they bring your ass back in. Let's ride. All right, let's go. The first prison is often the mind realizing that one moment may have destroyed everything you built. Now, you don't want to talk about the camera? Y'all want to talk about the camera? Let's go. We're going to talk about the camera. The camera does not love your family. Let's get that straight. That camera do not love your family. Prosecutors say surveillance video captured the shooting. The camera does not care who the mother is. It does not care what position she held. It don't care whether the son felt disrespected. It don't care about street loyalty. It only records movement. The vehicle circles. The doors open. The automobile stops. The shots allegedly come out. People move. The vehicle leaves. And later, investigators slow everything down. Frame by frame. Second by second until they got the picture. Now, check this out, Ron, so y'all understand. The streets teach people to watch for witnesses, but today, the building is a witness. Because of that, camera on it. The traffic light is a witness. The storefront is a witness. The booth is a witness. The telephone is a witness. Your location history is a witness. Your car is a witness. And sometimes your own family members become witnesses against one another. The camera has no loyalty. It cannot be intimidated. It does not get tired. And it does not forget because somebody said, keep it in the family. Let's just get to the jewel real quick. In this generation, you do not have to be told on by a person. The camera, the phone, and the car can testify without opening their mouths. Put in the comments if you agree with that. I know y'all ain't even thinking that, so y'all need to wake up. Because we're doing a lot of riding over here to use Mecca audio. When family loyalty collides with accountability, some people watching will say, a real mother protects her son. Others will say, a real mother stops her son. But both statements sound powerful. But let's even go deeper than that. Protection is not always helping somebody avoid pain. Sometimes protection is allowing pain to teach them. Sometimes protection is calling the lawyer. Sometimes protection is taking a weapon. Sometimes protection is refusing to drive. Sometimes protection is alerting somebody before blood gets spilled. And sometimes protection is letting your child be angry with you because you refuse to become part of their destruction. Now, loyalty without morality is not loyalty. It's participation. Loyalty without morality is not loyalty. It's participation. A person who loves you should not help you destroy yourself. A person who loves you should make it harder for you to commit the worst decision of your life. Not easier. And young brothers and sisters, stop testing your mother's love by asking her to risk her freedom. Stop pulling your father into situations that could send him back to prison. Stop calling it family business when the business is destruction. Your parents gave you life. Do not repay them by handing them a criminal case with a fresh indictment. Now, let's go. Real family loyalty interprets destruction. It does not drive the getaway car. Just so you understand. Man, you know what I feel like doing right now? I want to show you why I do what I do so you understand why I do what I do while I get a break.
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Move, Harlem, you know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got to meet. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about, you know, if anything was to go wrong with my career, rap-wise, you know, if, you know, should be slow and I got so many opportunities to be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch
Murder Move, y'all. Murder Move. Put your comments in. Give me a like button. Take a deep breath. We coming back.
And that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal. He made me think straight, honestly. Made me think straight because I've been watching it for about a year or like a year now, maybe. And it just took my mind way off of that. Way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago, and from watching this man, I just felt like you saved me. You saved me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right. All right, so that's where we at, right? I like to ride. I like to all that. Y'all want to see it? No, I just figured, being this alive, I just figured I'd let y'all see what's been going on. Let's get into what's been happening over here. All right.
Hi, I watch Unique Mecca's YouTube, and it's amazing. Like, his whole story is so nostalgic. It's so like Harlem. It's so like 1980s. It's so 1999. I've been watching his channel for about 2 years. And it's very informative and it's real. You don't really get the real deal from everybody, but with him, you definitely going to get the whole real story. This is a Harlem legend, kingpin, legendary. I'm so happy to just even meet him and be in his presence. Like, his channel is very informal, and if you subscribe, you're going to be just like me, a fan.
All right. All right, so we ride up. You know what I feel like doing real quick? This is what I feel like doing, because we on the live, right? Let me change the music up real quick. I want to thank everybody that gave their cash donation to get me fly like I am right now. I'm going to change the music up, right? We're going to take that one off. We're going to give you something different, right? We're going to give you something different. Is that what I want? Nah, I want Uzi. I like this joint. I like this joint here, right? So we're going to ride out to this, right? Let me see. Trying to find the right beat right now. Too slow, That's when we just listen to it. Now we're gonna go Uzi, man. We're gonna go Uzi. All right, let's get back to the party. Now we're gonna talk about the consequences that has already started, right? Nobody was reportedly struck by those gunfires during the alleged shooting. And thank God for that, because this story could have involved funerals. But the absence of a physical injury does not mean there were no victims. The public was placed in danger. People standing near a courthouse could have been hit. Court employees, defendants, lawyers, family members, anybody walking past. A bullet does not know which person belongs to which disagreement. The mother lost her job. The son was held without bail. The father became mourning. The family name became a national headline. Legal fees will begin. Court appearances will continue. Reputations will suffer. Relationships may fracture, and everybody involved would live under uncertainty until the evidence is tested. Right? Now, before we go back, I gotta go back to my joint, man. I'm feeling this. I ain't feeling that. I ain't feeling that. I'm feeling that. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. That's brilliant. Give me a round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause, everybody. Give yourself a round of applause. You know what I mean? Give yourself a round of applause. Remember to hit the like button, the share button, the comment. That's how we're going to get this content out, right? Now, this is what consequences look like. I'm going to show you what consequences look like, right? They do not wait for the prison sentence. Consequences begin the moment decisions become public. They enter your job, the bank account, the friendships, your sleep, the children, and your future. And the jewel of that. Remember when you see that little jewel up there, that's where the question is at, the jewel is at. A sentence may come later, but consequences arrive the moment a bad decision becomes evidence. Now, Let me give you my OG verdict because I've been on here long enough, man. Put the number on the screen. Why the number ain't on the screen? Put the number on the screen in big bold letters so they know they can call in before I tap out. Because I'm about to tap out. Let me get this myself. That's the number if you want to call in. Where that phone at? It might have been called. I don't even know where the phone at. It's around here somewhere. All right, here. All right, I got the phone. Let's keep it moving. So now we got the phone, right? And I even turned the little bell up. Now, this is my OG verdict. I want to thank you, class, for riding with me this Wednesday evening. I'm not here to pronounce this family guilty. That belongs to a courtroom. The defense has not presented its complete case. The evidence has not been fully tested, and allegations are not convictions. But I'm here to show you the warning. Whether every allegation is proven or not, a young man's choice can place an entire family inside the blast radius. A parent's response can either stop the destruction or multiply it. And one automobile ride can become a permanent dividing line between the life you had and the life you may never recover. I lived through the consequences. I gave 26 years of my time to the federal government for violating, and I've apologized a number of times because you must take accountability. I know what prison takes. It takes birthdays, it takes funerals, it takes relationship, it takes the youth from you. It takes your parents away. It takes your children away. And sometimes it takes your ability to recognize who you really are. So do not let anybody tell you that helping somebody commit violence is love. Do not let anyone convince you that loyalty requires stupidity. And do not use your family as a shield for decisions you were grown enough to make. Because when the indictment comes, the prosecutor does not see mother, father, or a son. The prosecutor sees a defendant, one defendant, defendant 2, and then defendant 3. Now, we all know that the class is in session now. Let me hear your verdict on this right here. The streets may call it family loyalty, but the courtroom may call it a conspiracy. The courtroom is saying that this family conspired to stalk and attack, allegedly, one of the son's rivals. Now, I'm about to tap out right here. You know what I mean? I'm about to tap out, so I'm going to ask you all these 10 questions, and then I'm out of here. Been on here long enough, it's about an hour. I just didn't feel like doing it and waiting and upload this. I said, let me just go live. So if y'all got something to say it now. Call the number in front of me. Now, question 1. Right? Should parents ever report their own child if they believe somebody is in danger? What do you think about that? I say yes. Saving innocent lives and stopping your child from destroying themselves is an act of love. Question 2, right? I'm gonna hit the bell so you know what the questions is at. Can a mother love her son and still refuse to protect him from accountability? Absolutely. Accountability may be the strongest form of protection. Now, question 3, right? We cannot know yet. The evidence must establish what each person knew and intended to do. Now, should a parent be charged for simply being inside the vehicle? Do you think his parents should be charged for being inside that vehicle? You know what I mean? Let me get some comments up here. might help me sleep. So I'm gonna try and do it myself. All right, let's go. Now, should the parent be charged for simply being inside the vehicle? Presence alone should not decide guilt. Knowing and intentionally assist must be proven. Now, next question. Is refusing to help your child escape a betrayal to your child? Do you think if you told your child no, that you'd be betraying them? No, helping your child avoid accountability may become the greatest betrayal. 6, what is more powerful, family loyalty or moral responsibility? Y'all tell me and let me know. Alright. Real loyalty must include morality. Without morality, loyalty becomes participation. Now, could fear cause a parent to make a terrible decision without planning the original act? You think his parents could have been scared? Yes, but fear may explain conduct without legally excusing it. Now, next question. Should Jennifer Lacken have been fired before conviction? Do you think that she should have been fired before conviction? Some will argue the seriousness of the allegations demanded public trust. Others will argue employment decisions should wait for more evidence to play out. Now, who failed first, right? Who do you feel failed first? The son, the parents, or the entire family structure? That cannot be decided without the full evidence. But warning signs must be addressed before they become criminal cases. Now, what is the biggest lesson young people should take from this story? Put in the comments, what do you think the biggest lesson that young people should take from this story? You know what I mean? Now, your decision does not only sentence you, it can place everybody who loves you inside the consequences with you. Let me give you the final truth, right? Before you ask your family to prove their loyalty, ask whether you are inviting them into your destruction. Now, that's where we're going to end off, right? Like I said, the joint is there. Let me just scroll up, get a couple of questions. Ain't a lot of questions, so we just going to keep it moving and just see what's going on. Word up, champion. Love from Jersey. You already know. All right. Yeah, it's definitely a crazy story, ain't it? YNs are wired or weird. Okay. Where can I get that bucket? You already know what it is. Go to Unique Mecca Audio, the website. That's where you get the bucket and the books. Now, let's get this thing right here. Down a little bit. I'm just throwing the questions up so y'all can see. Y'all, what up? What up? You know what I mean? They got the kitty up there. Petersburg, Virginia. You know what I mean? Shout out. Big bro, what up, son? Petersburg in the building. Big shout out to Eastwood down in Petersburg, FCI. You know, I'm good. Every commentary, thank you. I'm glad you like it. You know what I mean? I'm glad you like it. Okay, all right. So I'm getting ready to tap out. Been on here long enough. I can still enjoy my night. I want to thank y'all for coming all the time. Nolan Wells. It does. I'm going to do something else on Nolan Wells. Put in the comments what you like. And a matter of fact, I'm going to throw the number up there one more time. Right? This is what I want you to do, right? I got these joints. Let me show you, right? Because we riding with the live, right? I just showed you Murder Mook homeboy, right? So now I'm gonna show you the cameraman.
Here with the OGs, you already know. Unique Mecca Audio. If you ain't tapped into Unique Mecca Audio, I don't know what you tapped into. I'm talking about real streets. I'm talking about real entertainment. I'm talking about real YouTubing, real getting to that bag. But I'm talking about a real OG that changed their life, yo. I changed my life the same way. And real OGs like that push me further to change my life. You hear me? Come look. Look what's going on out here. This Harlem. This Harlem. I'm a Brooklyn boy. I only tapping with OGs like Mecca, man. I'm telling you, if you're not tapping the Unique Mecca Audio, I don't know what you're doing, man. Show them the scene, OG. They playing themselves. Congratulations, you played yourself. Unique Mecca Audio. Make sure y'all tap in, man. I'm telling you.
Hold your phone sideways and shoot a video. Give me what you get from Unique Mecca Audio and send it to the number that's on the screen that I don't know why they moved, but we're going to get the number back up there so we could all be in the same joint. You know what I mean? Send a video sideways what you get from Unique Mecca Audio. Let me give you another one real quick. I'm going to show you my man Chuck-a-Luck did, right? Chuck-a-Luck. This Chuck-a-Luck.
What's good, y'all? This New York Chuck. Yeah, this is Rock One. Yo, you know, we just here. We out here in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? We out here, you know, rock birthday party. You know, but this party right here brought out a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And one of the people that this party brought out was like a cornerstone in Harlem. Like, you know, I'm talking about with the music, getting money, doing all. And, you know, actually, like a lot of us, we took a page out of his book. You know, to get where we became in life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna shout my guy out. Shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. You know what I'm saying? He bring y'all real street knowledge. He got all the gangsters on his pod. We Harlem, we the streets. You know what I'm saying? Tune in to Mecca Audio TV, man, on YouTube. On God, yo. One love to Unique, man. We love
Shout
you,
out
bro.
to Harlem. Shout out to Jersey.
All right, so that's where we at, right? So like I said, you know, hold your phone sideways like this. Send me a video of what you get from Unique Mecca Audio, whatever you remember from me, being that you can't catch up to me, and send it to the number on the screen that they keep taking off. All right? Just send it to that number there, and we'll put you in the jizz on it. Now, I gotta show you another one, bro.
I just want to give a shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. He is so dope. I had the experience of actually meeting him in person. I've been a fan for 2 years, watching his story and watching his videos on YouTube. He is the bomb.com, Harlem, legendary, kingpin, real, official. As soon as I sat down by him, I knew like it was like a different energy, a different vibe. But then once I hear his voice, I'm like, oh my God, is that him? I'm all fanned out. Like, you know, it was such an experience getting the chance to meet him and, you know, being a fan of his YouTube channel and just following him for the last 2 years. And I just want to give a shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. He is so dope. I had the experience of actually meeting him in person. I've been a fan for 2 years, watching his story and watching his videos on YouTube. He is the bomb.com, Harlem, legendary, kingpin, real, official. As soon as I sat down by him, I knew like it was like a different energy, a different vibe. But then once I hear his voice, I'm like, oh my God, is that him? I'm all fanned out. Like, you know, it was such an experience getting the chance to meet him and, you know, being a fan of his YouTube channel and just following him for the last 2 years and knowing his story and seeing his interviews. And I support him 1,000%. I'm like, oh my God, is that him? I'm all fanned out. Like, you know, it was such an experience getting the chance to meet him and, you know, being a fan of his YouTube channel and just following him for the last 2 years and knowing his story and seeing his interviews. And I support him 1,000%. And I'm subscribed to his YouTube. You should go and subscribe as well. Amazing, amazing. History, how hard it is to be in jail, the right and wrong moves to make when you outside, how one wrong move will cost you a whole lot, to be better, to do better. A lot of stuff. You'll get a lot of stuff from his channel. You know, it's very informal, and you know, whatever that means to you, you'll definitely take a piece with you. Like this is a good YouTube channel, honestly.
Where they can find you.
Okay, I'm Cora. You can follow me at Instagram on Why Hate on Her, and yeah.
What's going on, people? What's going on, man? You got your boy Lowstone out here in Harlem. I'm from the BX. I'm with unique Mecca Audio. You know what I'm saying? It's a good vibe with the OG. I advise everybody, you want to hear real spill, real shit, no cap, tune in and hear what the OG got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give y'all the truth, man. He gonna give you that real shit, man.
All right, so that's what it is, man. Unique Mecca Audio. I'm trying to find out how many back real quick. See if it's worth even staying on. Let's get this music back popping. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right. Yeah. So, been on here long enough. Now I gotta go tend to what? Oh, now I gotta play rah rah. I forgot to play little rah rah. Forgot to play rah rah. Hold up.
Let's go. Hey, yo, tune in to Mecca Audio, man. Unique, man. Listen, man. I'm a young OG. I know him since I was young. I used to be in Mecca Audio Studios. Great, man. I'm Rah from Tupac Me Against the World album. You can check my credentials. This is a good man, real man, Mecca Audio. I've been on this, man, since I was a little young lad, man. Before Tupac album, before I even did the outlaw shit and all that, man. Holla at me, man. And tune in to Mecca Audio Unique, man. Holla at us, man.
All right.
You know.
Cheers, toast the crime. Mecca Audio, fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself linked in. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops. Mecca Audio. Mecca what? Mecca Audio. Mecca what? Mecca Audio. Mecca what? Mecca Audio. Mecca what? Mecca Audio. And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it moving like we gotta do it like get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top demon so shiny. I let shorty go, she was wine. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend the air. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can get back to the Cheers, toast the crime.